Hiya, Nicole here, United fans. Thanks so much for tuning in. This video is about the man at the helm of Manchester United. Of course, I'm talking about Louis van Gaal. There's been a bit of unrest, maybe a slight understatement, among some United fans since Manchester United dreams of progressing to the knockout stage of the Champions League were put to sleep the other night, really, away to Wolfsburg. And I asked a simple question to my fellow United fans or any other fans that want to get involved on Twitter. Are you LVG in or are you LVG out, and your reasons why? I also did a poll to see in terms of percentages and numbers, and as I always say, I think it's so interesting that the one thing that unites us, which is our passion for the club and our love of the game, is also the same thing that divides us, because with that passion, how strongly we feel, we are stuck in our ways, in our own different opinions, and of course we all want to express them. So I thought I'd ask you guys what you thought and your reasons, and see the balance in opinions, and yeah, just get the general consensus really of the feelings for the manager right now, and see what you are thinking watching as well. So I'll get stuck in. I hope you enjoy. Jake Moore 16 says, get him gone. He doesn't play in a way that's effective and it's costing points big time. Get Giggs in, he knows the club. Buckley Darren says, I'm still undecided, but going out of that easy Champions League group is unforgivable. Arsenal, Chelsea and City going through just adds to the pain. Crying face emoji. The man with no name says LVG has built a quality squad with a vision for the future. Even Fergie needed 6 seasons to win his first trophy. If you go by the history of LVG, he has always built a squad with youth that dominate for years. Just look at Barca and Munich. And LVG out, Memphis edition, says it all really. His philosophy is SHIT, and he ruins players and he doesn't play Herrera often. So straight to the point, fair dues. And at K33Bro says in, he's done what he said he would do. He got the team back into Champions League. The team was never good enough to win it. He's made them stable again. We are challenging for the Premier League. United just need that star up front who will knock in goals for fun. People saying bring in Pep. He's also about possession football as well. We have also not seen him go into a team that is suffering. He managed teams that are already amazing, Barca and Bayern. So who's to say he would do a better job? It's so interesting how it's split right down the middle. And here's a view from an Arsenal fan, Raj7, who says he needs to go because he's killing United. So that's the perspective from a rival fan. So that's really interesting. At Spyfly Boy says, I want LVG out by the end of the season. I'm not against his philosophy, but his decision making is totally poor. At Freddy the Red says, I will judge you, mate. It's hard to tell now. Richie the Red says, you're right, there's no point sacking anyone, let him finish what he started. We are used to attacking football. This style is totally different to what we used to, but he has a proven record, so let's give him a chance. And Phil Allen 02 says he's building a side for the future. Quite a few have said that. We will finish top 4 and next season challenge, I'm sure. Patience, I know it's boring. And at RKK Man says stand by the club but not the manager, LVG out. Alan Gray says if things get worse and Pep is available, I would make a change. Curtis Timeless says out. Heavy training sessions that has led to many injuries, restricting expansive movement up top, wrong substitutions, using players wrongly. And Lion Order says his philosophy will never work with this club. He's left us with one out-and-out striker. Every player we signed under him has seen a huge reduction in form. Examples are Memphis, Darmian and Martial, now compared to his first few games. Heck, even Rooney too. The only player to prosper under LVG is Smalling. Mike Beast. I've never rated the guy from the first day, to be honest. Taha Mohammed says, I would be happy to stick with him. He has made us better regarding some aspects. We were used to winning mostly, and that's why we are frustrated with the results nowadays. He has done a good job so far. The players have to perform now. And Hirschdu says the players are to blame too. They aren't performing, but then again, the relationship between them and LVG is strained. Chris Roberts says, I do like that youth are being given a chance. We could still win something this season. Personally, give him till May and then judge them. Absolutely. And Anka Singh says, we are not playing with enough belief. I think LVG is losing the dressing room. I cannot see a philosopher. Diane Dixon says, LVG did what he said he promised, top four in Champions League. He delivered. Now we are out of the Champions League and there's unrest all round. Martin Scott says, you've got to build a team from the back, and to be fair, we have been solid there apart from Tuesday, LVG to today. And Johnny Ray says, LVG in. He's shown in all the big Premier League games he can get it right. It's hard to watch at the minute, but we need patience. And Chris Harris says, get rid of him and his philosophy. We've been solid at the back, but toothless up front. Went for it the other day and got exposed horribly. And Shazad says, we have not really progressed in 1.5 years and actually regressed. Also, Pep and Ancelotti are available too. And Kishore says, within 2 seasons you can't predict anything, and moreover, sacking in the middle of a season will be awkward. I'm in. And Mohammed Asif says, out before the season ends up in disaster. So many draws. We can see things slipping away right in front of us. And Radio Madder says, out for me. I've supported him through his worst moments, but the style of play is awful and it's getting our players injured. And Joseph says, he's in the middle of a rebuilding program. Of course he should stay. Loud Engineer says, LVG needs to go. If David Moyes was sacked over average football, he must be them too. So down the middle. And Sophie says, I'm in then out, then in then out. Okay. His philosophy definitely needs out, that's for sure. Sajid Osman says, in. If we start dropping down the table, then maybe out, but considering the injury problem, it's hard to blame him. M. Gibb says he needs until summer as we're in touching distance of the summit of the Premier League. We must keep the faith. And Mikey says out. He spent 200 million and made the squad even worse, playing undoubtedly the most boring football. Sold Robin van Persie and Angel Di Maria without adequate replacement. He's ruining the club players. I like robots with his strict philosophy. Al Martin says, for me, Nicole, it's out. The money spent and the style of play. Also, he's lost some players. KD says in. No one lays a foundation for sustained future success like him. I'm done pining for the past. So Alex Ferguson is gone. We move on. So split. Ked Nelly says, I've lost confidence in him, but saying that sacking him brings us back to square one. It's catch-22 to be honest. Credit to him for giving the youngsters a chance, but I was expecting more at this stage. James Cadd says, I really think we need to let him carry on with what he has started. If it takes a couple of years to get success, so what? Let's not forget, it took Sir Alex Ferguson some years to win the league too. Quite a few people made that point also. And Geezerman 2020 says he's halfway through his rebuilding the squad. Ways are thin, the football is so unpredictable, the players look scared. Sorry, I'm LVG out. And then Saint 24 disagrees with that and says his squad is stable. There is a difference in what he is doing. He is giving the United the core it was lost. And Batty Jenny says, I'm behind the manager. LVG is staying for 3 years to build a team, so the next manager have a team for the next 10 years. Ismail says he should stay until the end of the season. Percy P13 says out with Giggsy in, so we can get Ancelotti or Guardiola. Personally, I would like Pochettino from Spurs, bit of a tongue twister there. Speckled Jim says, I will always stand by my team, but not a manager that's ruining my team, making it almost impossible to watch LVG out. Marco says he should stay. Everyone wants a manager like Fergie, but that isn't going to happen, so we should be patient with LVG and his ideas. Peter Booth says we shouldn't change any manager unless we are totally unsuccessful, but at the moment we're still up there. And is there any more? Let me just check. Peter Booth says what a great season, LVG forever. So it's just literally one extreme to the other. Retro Rider 78 says, I'm whoever is at the helm. I don't pick and choose. Negativity runs deep if allowed to blossom. This is true. And one last one from Clayton Williams, who says some fans are looking for short-term gains. gains. It's really heartening to see the many youngsters coming into the senior ranks. Hats off to LVG for this brave move, which will pay dividends in the long run. So that's what you guys thought. Thanks so much for getting involved, and you can just see how split it is. And the reasons on either side are like I'm agreeing with and I'm nodding is because it makes perfect sense for them to believe it. For me, um, I've not got my LVG out banner yet, and I probably won't because that's not my style. But at the same time, I'm not doing cartwheels down the street having the time of my life. However, what I will say is, looking at the bigger picture and thinking rationally, um, it's not the end of the world. I think it was a lot to ask for to expect us to get to the stage of winning the Champions League this season. And I think in terms of the Premier League, we're still up there. We still have every chance of winning the title. All right, it might not seem like it's going to be easy right now, but that's not to say that within 5 months we could be up there, taking injuries into account, taking January, maybe making a buy or two into account, and certain things like that. And also, regardless of what you think, whether you're against LVG and his ideas and his philosophy or whatever, just for the simple reason that we're halfway through the season, and I don't think sacking anyone at this point is going to make any positive impact whatsoever. We can't go back in time. We're out now. We need to move forward, not back. We need to concentrate on the Premier League and regaining our status, and we need to concentrate on getting players fit, and we need to try our best to bounce back because if anyone can do that, it's Manchester United. So not the best of times, but also not the worst of times either. Thanks so much for all your different opinions on that. And if you've got an opinion watching this, please feel free to leave it in the comments. And I did promise that I would do the poll results as well. So quite a few people got involved on this really, and it's alright. With so many different people giving the reasons, it's really hard to keep track of how many are staying in, how many are staying out. So I did a poll also, and I'm gonna find the results right now, and that's that. I'm gonna tell you exactly how many people. So there's been 331 votes, and out of those, 21% say LVG in. So some support out there for Louis. 42% say LVG out, but then 37% say ask me in May. So it's very balanced. I think a lot of people are keeping the composure for now and being patient and seeing what happens come May. Maybe if we are challenging for the title, or even better, if that is our title, I think that would make a lot of people's minds up for them. And then obviously on the other end of the spectrum, we hope that it won't happen. But if we wasn't to be in the top four, I think that would also be the decider for some people. So as I said, thanks so much for getting involved. Please let me know what you think. Does Louis deserve more time? Are we expecting too much too soon, or do we deserve better with Manchester United? Either way, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your opinions, and we have to march on because that's what we do best. Please feel free to give this video a like. Please comment what you think, and please subscribe if you want to see more of me. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.